Now you can play your own version of Space Engineers Outpost Wars. Two teams going head to head in one big world with some substations and two bases to destroy. Hey everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome back to Space Engineers. So yes, the Space Engineers Outpost Wars series has concluded. You saw me upload the Harbinger this week, and don't worry, more starships from the series are on their way. I'm sure soon we'll have college ships, and you also can check out some of the blue team ships on the Steam Workshop. If you want a full list, head over to my Discord server, link down below in the video description, and you can check out all the details on the Outpost Wars series. But today, I'm here to show you the main world we use for the series. This is what I constructed in the very start of Session 1, or Session 0 technically, which sets up the entire world, the sort of like Pluto Station, the big Citadel Shipyard, and of course our main two bases. As I'm sort of here running some cinematics on the screen right now, and sat here in the world, wow, we changed quite a lot of the bases, and there's a lot of good memories as well. If I immediately hop over here to Red Base, we've obviously got the hydrogen tanks here. These are just Keen creations I've borrowed. In fact, this entire base is a Keen software house of developers of SE creation I borrowed for this. We didn't really have much time when we started Outpost Wars, so I borrowed one of the stations from a space standoff scenario. I think that's what it's called. It's the one where two teams go head to head. Because essentially Outpost Wars was a bigger version of that and a more permanent version. We didn't have like an hour countdown to get things done. Instead, we kind of had like 55 episodes and too many months, I think 6 months to get it done. But you know, it proved to be fun and we all enjoyed it. This is the red team base. You will find both bases are basically identical. But the purpose of me uploading this is if you want to get some friends together and try the Outpost Wars scenario, maybe you want to put it on a dedicated server, you can. The two starting mines are here. I can't remember who they're made by again. It might be made of John. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. We can probably just hop in a second and take a look. I will compile a list of all the creations as well. This is the Syphasis. I never know how to pronounce that. So I think if we run this in here, not the admin options, we don't want to spawn stuff in, and we run this, it should come up in a second. There you go. It's made by Jonathan. We've got Syphasis miner there. Pretty cool. What I'll do is I'll make a Steam collection of all the grids we sort of used for the series and include it down below as well so you can go and check it out. I'll go back and spectate it for the minute. But you can see the main reactor rooms through here. There we go. We've got command rooms. This is where each team will do their briefing of each session. We built the cryo room down here. This is kind of a thing we built on top of this. We kind of extended the cryo room out here. So if I go into spectator mode, you can see sort of where we extended it off of the main station, and we reinforced the reactor sort of housing as well, as most of this beforehand was just left to like the rock and such, whereas we kind of need to reinforce it just so we didn't destroy things immediately. As you can see here, the tunnel still leads to the back, so we left this for players. You can decide what you want to do if you want to build it all out there. Obviously we built like a section out the back here which blue team eventually tried to get through. There were so many changes we enacted to this base, like having the docking piles come out here, all the defenses, the Harbinger's dockyard. This is Red Base, how you find it. We'll go and visit Blue Base towards the end of this video, but it's basically virtually identical. It's just painted blue. We also had these turrets up here, which I don't think ever actually did anything. I can't remember. Some of you guys might remember them as well. We've also got these sort of grind and repair ship made by Taudia. You can find this in Steam Workshop as well. We use a lot of their creations. They are a fantastic Steam Workshop creator. If you've not checked out their creations, go check them out. Let's check out some of the other stations. So first we're going to head over to Pluto Station. Bash is actually here. He's not in the game with me. It's just that a copy of this station, or copy of this world, was when we actually finished building it. Now this station, fans of Space Engineers Conley Lost, which was one of my last big story series, not the last by the way, stay tuned for the next one, we actually use this very same station model. This is actually called Faraday Station. It's made by a fantastic Steam Workshop creator whose name I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but I'll edit on the video right now, and again link down below. And we use this for the proper Pluto Station. I was like, should we make our own one? No, let's just use a fantastic one from the Steam Workshop, because why not? It looks beautiful. This station here is made for Pluto Station. It's got some great playability features inside. You've got the hangar bay, another one of these miners by Jonathan. You've also got the crew areas down below. There we go. And also you had the like command areas up here. There's one there, and I believe there was one on this side as well. There we go. Nice little command bunker. It was really, really cool. So yeah, this station served really well. I really enjoyed having it, and the battles we did around it were really fun. We really wanted to create that sort of like idea for Outpost Wars where teams could capture these points of interest and then they'd have to go back and collect it. I think we still need some work on that thing, especially if we try something like this for the next sort of server, these points of interest. I was thinking maybe we have them where they're like resource mines essentially, so you'd want to hold something like this because it has more valuable resources. Maybe that's something would do it. Maybe take like an exotic ore approach, like you can only mine say uranium from this station and this location, so whoever holds this is the person who holds the uranium mine. I feel like it could be really interesting if we ever try like Outpost Wars again or something like that. maybe we'll have to wait and see. That's Pluto Station, very cool. Kind of shame it blew up in the end and got thrown around, but you know, it kind of did there. Right, what else have we got around here? I do believe we've got, yeah, there's a wrecked Phoenix class up here. So to encourage some stuff, we kind of had like wrecked ships. Over here we've got a Phoenix class, so you can sort of see it here. It is an RWI Phoenix class. This model is available on the workshop, obviously not in the destroyed variant, but you can probably make it in the destroyed variant if you want. The idea here was once people are out mining, they can discover this and just gives a bit more scrap metal for both teams. On the blue team, you'll see a GDA destroyer in pink over there, Rec B. These are my sort of HUD markers. That's the blue team's version, because we kind of want to make it equal for both teams. They've got that as well. So over Citadel Shipyard, if I can zoom in all the way over here, we've got this giant shipyard. Now I should say this entire world is in one world, so you might need a strong PC to run it. What we do on our multiplayer server is we run instant servers. So blue team are actually on a different server to red team, and Citadel, the shipyard here, is actually in a middle ground server as well. They're all sort of tethered together, and the reason for this is to provide better performance, because if red team, for example, are building the Harbinger, which can be quite laggy, it won't affect blue teams playing on the server. We do this with my official Space Engineers server and our supporter servers as well. It's just a way to basically ensure we don't lag each other teams out, and you know, there's no issues. It means if blue team crash it because Tiggs is throwing a lag switch again, you know, we can enable it. So this is Citadel Shipyard. I really love the idea of having a shipyard at the center of the map, a big point of interest. To tell you honest, I sort of built this map inspired by Star Wars Empire at War, and some of you may have figured it out. If you did, congrats. If you played Empire at War, tell me your favorite faction in the comments. But the idea was having a point of interest. In the Empire War Space skirmish modes, you would have like a shipyard or like a weapons platform at the middle of the map. So this is kind of what we had here. We had a shipyard, and it was kind of cool. I loved it when people were boarding this and sort of running through the interior sections. Because a shipyard like this, and again, Creator's name and stuff on screen now, you've got so much stuff going on here, which is really, really nice. So I was really happy with this. And of course, we've got the Styx class by Reload. They actually took part in one of my competitions, the frigate competitions. This official one will be coming to the workshop very, very soon. We're putting the Styx class into the Colony universe as an official Redwood starship. And it's kind of like the budget defender, or the mini defenders, I call it. And we'll talk more about this at another date, but it was really, really nice. So I'm really happy with that. So yeah, you can find this at the center of the map. And obviously, we all remember what happened to the Styx when he got crashed into the shipyard. A very good episode that was. Okay, let's make our way over to Blue Base on our blue sector here. We actually got a Citadel refuel station. Now, this is sort of a gas depot here. Some of you may have seen this before. We actually tried using this in another series ages ago, which I don't think we ever made. There was like quite a few variations of that series. And I'll talk more about that when we make the new one soon, as it's somewhat related. Spoilers. But this is their sort of like equivalent to Pluto Station. It wasn't as big as it, but it kind of has more unique features. In fact, it had like a ton of refineries and like hydrogen things on board. So they kind of had the advantage there. It's all buried in the ice. It was still quite fueled as well. It's kind of turned off at the minute, so they've got to repower it. We went through here. I really like this like big blast door. I think certain sections are offline. It had all these fun things to play with in here, like the floor, the sort of small grid sections. If I turn my lights off. Oh, it was honestly really, really cool. Like, if you just beam the character in. Or engineer, land. There you go. It just looks really cool when you're sort of venturing around. You've got these fires and things. So this was the Citadel refuel station. It was very, very fun to play with, and I think they enjoyed it. It's kind of a shame we never had a big battle here. I was always hoping to sneak up on them and sort of ambush them, but it never quite happened. Alright, we'll check out the wreck of the GDA destroyer. So if I go over here, this is just a simple GDA destroyer wreck. Myself, Bash, and a few others put these into the world. I think Tiggs helped as well. And essentially, this was just a wreck of a fallen ship. We've used this quite a few times. Will it be on the workshop? No, because I love torturing you. I'm just kidding. I've actually worked on the GDA destroyer recently and refitted parts of it. So it should be coming to the Steam workshop very, very soon. As I know many of you would like the green drone starships. That's how that is said. Honestly, it's a Sunday and I can't speak. So yep, this gave Blue Team their chance to grind this down. I'm not sure if they actually did it. Maybe if you guys watch the perspectives and can remember, because I struggle to remember like episode 3, 4, 5, etc. It's so long ago now. I've just done episode 55. You can see why it's kind of hard to remember. So if anybody does remember, did Blue Team actually find this and did they grind it down? We'll have to wait and see. So if we go check out Blue Base, it is over here, and I think what I can tell you is if I fly over here, when we look at the red team GPS point, it is about 50 kilometers. So that's the distance we wanted between each other. Again, no planets in the system. It's very much a barren star system, kind of how we wanted it. I did have the idea of having a big gas giant in the background. That might have been cool, but I kind of like this approach anyway. So this is Blue Base. It's basically identical to Red Base. It's reformatted a little bit and painted blue. Like these hydrogen things are changed around, but they're not actually connected to the base. They're just sort of like embedded in here. But nothing much has really changed. Blue Team have both got the miners as well. We haphazardly painted some of them blue just to show the markers. They've got the same reactor. They've got the cryo room. it's all pretty much the same. Very blue in here, a big blue passport. So yeah, that's Blue Base. This is the Outpost Wars world. Hopefully some of you might like this on the Steam Workshop. Is that actually built through there? Oh, it is, yeah. And you can download it and play with it. Do let me know what you think of it. It was really, really fun putting the Outpost Wars series together. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and you're all going to enjoy what's coming next. In terms of more Outpost Wars uploads, again, I'm going to compile a full Steam list in my Discord server, so come and check that out in the sort of like Colony Universe info faction area of the server. You can scroll down to the YouTube series chat and find that, and we'll compile the official grids used by some fantastic Steam creators, and also then you can find other stuff we've used as well. For the next series, we're trying a different route, but I imagine we'll probably sort of go back to the Outpost Wars scenario at some point, maybe on ground. I know many people are asking me for that at the minute, and I think that could be really, really cool. Maybe using some VTOL blades or stuff like that. That would be really, really nice. But for now, I've been Captain Jack. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.